Hear you, baby, calling me. There ain't no need for words. No need for words. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, mm, oh, oh. Woo! It's my song right there by A. Marie. There is a crazy ass energy force right now that is literally hitting all the chosen ones. I feel like I'm constantly being bombarded by negative energy. Today, a whole bunch of stupid shit happened with me trying to book a car and my package and all of this stuff, and it really got to me. It got to me so bad, and I normally try to be like, spirit knows best. Everything happens for a reason. Maybe I don't need it right now. Maybe something else is going on. I try to have some type of self-awareness about it, just observe every situation and not react. But today I was pissed, and after I realized I was just expending too much hot energy, like negative energy, I was like, you know what, this isn't gonna work. Because I'm in constant, now that I'm a lot more aware of what I'm doing as far as like my thoughts, I have to constantly make sure that I keep doing the work to stay in alignment with abundance, with Mother Nature, with the universe, with my higher self. Because right now, for some reason, it seems, not for some reason, we already know that it's going down right now. Spiritual warfare is at play, either if you're playing the game or not. Like, I felt bombarded. Luckily, I saged earlier. I meditated. I woke up this morning with an urgent need to meditate, y'all. I put on my right now I'm working on my one of my energy centers, and I had the matching chakra color to work with it. The candle is still lit over there, and I was just like, I need to leave it on. This was from earlier this morning. It's still lit. I was like, I need to leave it on because this energy is like really affecting a lot of us. So if a lot of you are trying to do certain work in yourself, or you just feel off, just know it's intentional. It's intentional. It's to get you off your stride. Shout out to Spiritual Soul. I found out about him a little bit recent, as in like a year, and I've been watching him. He's hilarious. And he's hilarious, but he be on point with his videos. And the one that he just dropped recently, he was talking about, everything that's going on, along with a whole bunch of other people like Brother Panic and a few other people as well. And it just resonated because that's exactly what I feel like is going on, constantly being attacked right now. We've always been in the media, although they're talking about Kanye West and all that stuff right now, which I really don't even pay attention. People had to tell me about what was going on with Kanye West. Let me tell you, I don't even pay attention to that as much. At all. I don't pay attention to that at all. Other people usually have to tell me, and that's what's going on now that everything is just social media. Like, you don't really need to watch TV for the news. Everybody will tell you what's going on. And it's just kind of interesting that, they're still playing the same game where they would show you what you need to focus on. Meanwhile, other things going on in the background. So just to hear about this whole Epstein judge, child being killed and husband being injured is like, clearly that's a threat message to her, so she don't expose anything. And when a lot of people talk about that this is a spiritual battle, that's one thing you need to understand. Because if you're afraid of losing your life, you're already too connected. You're already too attached to this realm. Most of the successful people, the reason why they can't come out and say anything, which I agree with, is because they are completely connected to the situation. Everything that they've put in was to gain worldly possessions. So now, of course, your worldly possessions will be sacrificed if you don't follow according to your contract. That's just what it is. So that's why anybody that's teaching about truth or self-awareness or consciousness are all talking about feeding your internal self, like being more loving, being more respectful, being more aware, making choices that promote a healthy mind, a healthy body, a healthy spirit, because those things, not only are they intangible, they are also priceless. They are not of this world. These are the things that you come in to learn and to rebuild, or you just automatically have within yourself. You don't need to seek anything outside of yourself, you know. And it's easier said than done when you need to pay your bills and you need to eat. But it's not to say that you can't go out and get the things that you need, but it's to not be attached to them. It's to not to, like, it's so weird. It's almost like, don't strive for these glamorous things, because they never can equate to fulfilling something from deeper from within. And just now I was enjoying, because I was so upset. My sister was doing this Brookwine class that she's been doing. She's been told me about it from 2 years ago. I never did it. And you know, right now I'm like, she was like, another class is coming. We've been doing it for this whole week, so I didn't feel like doing anything. I was just reading my book, the audio book. But then she was like, class is coming on, you're gonna join? I was like, you know what, I need to get rid of some of this negative energy. So if you guys are feeling blah, go dance, take a dance class online, join that Brookwine movement, wine it up. Exercise, go take a walk out in nature. Every morning now I wake up and I go take a walk. I have a park right across the street. Sometimes I just walk around in the neighborhood. Just do what you got to do to dispel yourself of that negative energy, because it's like every day you have to sage, every day you have to do some type of mantra and spiritual self-work, because the energy is getting thick. It's super thick. I feel it. And if you haven't been preparing yourself all this time, it's going to be a lot harder for you to learn how to, like, rebalance yourself. So start practicing every single day, and really don't get bombarded or don't get too distracted by everything that's going on that is making you distracted. You may not think you're being distracted, but if you're not focusing on yourself and you're not paying attention on other things, you know, other than entertainment and stuff like that, you will be thrown off your track. You will be sidetracked, you know. So definitely still do the things that you need to do to keep your spiritual awareness up there, because it's very challenging. Even your own habits will make you like falter. You really, like, repetition, when we talk about repetition and trauma being the things that help you change your habits, shit is real. You need to change your habits with repetition, doing it every single day. You can't just squat one day and expect to tone your legs, or squat for 2 weeks and think you're gonna get. Nah, you gotta do that every day or every other day until you see some results. And even when you do see some results, you want to keep doing it, because the minute you stop, you can easily revert back to not being as fit as you were before. It's a constant battle. It's like you have a measuring of hot and cold. You constantly have to keep raising the temperature to maintain on the hot side. The minute you stop raising the temperature, the minute you stop constantly trying to raise the temperature, little by little, it will cool down. Just think about a hot boiling water. After a while, if you turn off the fire, what's going to happen? It's going to cool down, and it's going to go all the way back down to a colder temperature. Now, if you let the fire stay on, it's going to have to keep evaporating the water until it completely transcends its form to gas, where the pot is dried up. So you have to keep going until you completely transcend. And even then, think about gas. Gas is like clouds. You know, if it gets too much, after a while, it has to condense and form back into water. So you constantly have to keep that up to make sure you keep doing the things that you need to do to stay at the certain level of energy that you need to stay at. It's quite interesting. You have entities that are attached to you. You have programs that attach to you. that attach negative entities to you. Like, there's so many things that can just make you go up and down that emotional scale so easily. So many triggers. So be careful, y'all. Right now is a serious time for you to work even harder. Like I said earlier, I was even watching Snoop Dogg and DMX is on live right now, and those were two of my favorite artists back in the day, especially DMX. I love DMX, so I'm jamming to the music with my sister. At the same time, I'm also knowing that, okay, I can enjoy this for now, but I also have to like come back. There was a sense of me that told me, you'll go in a room and just chill. And I did just that. Because I don't want to be too bombarded. If this is an energy that I'm feeling, I want to make sure that I address it. I'm observing it. And, I'm just listening to myself. I'm listening to myself a lot more nowadays because I constantly haven't been listening to myself. And I realize the more that I don't listen to myself, the more that I get into problems. The more, obviously, you walk a different type of path. Yourself is always trying to put you back on the right path. So even if you deviate, you always get led back to your path. Like I said in past videos, you can never get off your path. However, it can take you a motherfucking long time to get there because you pretty much are not focusing or listening to what your intuition is trying to tell you. And it's hard to do. Again, that's habit. That's something for it to become stronger. Like a muscle, you have to develop it by constantly, repeatedly paying attention to it and listening to exactly what it's telling you to do. Even when you feel like you don't want to do it, it knows best. If it's a gut instinct feeling, just do it. All right? Just listen to it. Right now is a crazy time, y'all. And I wouldn't be surprised if by October everything shut down again for another year. I would not be surprised. It's going to be crazy. It's really having a lot of faith right now. Having a lot of faith and knowing who you are and just working with your higher self. That's it. Building up your higher self. Meditating, cleansing those chakras, listening to yourself. Those are the things that you need to focus on and do right now. And I don't want to say need to. You can do whatever you want to do. But for those who can hear this message and are listening to it, and are listening to other people like the Dr. Blairs, the Young Pharaohs, the Spiritual Souls, the Brother Panics, Bobby Hemmett, the Red Blue Pills, Jewel Pukram, everybody that are listening to those kind of messages and they're getting it, this is for you. Focus on yourself. All right, peace.